Hey guys, Angus here, bringing you another Airsoft video today. Today we're going to be taking a look at a really cool gun. We're going to be chronoing it. The gun we're going to be chronoing is this thing right here. This is A&K's M60VN Airsoft AEG. It's a very nice and also very heavy, weighing in around 20 pounds, Airsoft AEG. If you're interested in purchasing it after watching this chrono, there is a link down below in the description to airsoft.station.com where you can purchase this gun for about $400. Now with that being said, let's get into some of the details of the chrono. We have our 3,500 round auto winding box magazine loaded up with 0.2 gram BBs. That's what we're going to be chronoing the FPS with. As for rate of fire, we have the included 9.6 volt 1200 milliamp battery charged up, and the neat thing about this gun is it does have an adjustable rate of fire with the MOSFET in there, so we have it sort of in the middle, more so towards the highest setting. And we're going to go ahead and see how fast this gun shoots. So with that being said, my arms are getting tired, and let's go ahead and get into the chrono of the A&K M60VN. Alright, so we have the Exertech chronos set up. Let's go ahead and chrono the M60VN. This gun does fire full auto only, so we might have a little bit of trouble getting the FPS reading. However, shouldn't be no problem eventually. First shot, 408.4, 396.3, 406.8, 385.1, hit the side of the chrono, 405.5, 408.6, and 407. So you're averaging right around the 410 feet per second area. It's definitely a nice feet per second to have because this is a field gun. You're going to get a little bit of range on it, be able to take out your opponents with a nice FPS like that. Now let's see how fast this gun is shooting for rounds per minute. 660, 641, and 646. So you're averaging right around the 650, 670 range. Again, that's basically in the middle of the two settings. The lowest setting, what I chronoed earlier, was around 500 rounds per minute, and the highest setting I got on the fully charged battery when I turned the MOSFET up all the way was around 700 and 720 rounds per minute. Let's convert this middle setting into rounds per second. And as you can see, that comes out to be roughly 11 rounds per second. So you're averaging a pretty good rate of fire out of this gun. Probably not as good as a lot of people hoped. However, it is a decent rate of fire. Now let's go to the final conclusion of the M60 chrono. Alright, so now for the final conclusion of the A&K M60VN chronograph. Feet per second, we're seeing a great feet per second, 400, 410 feet per second out of the box. If you do adjust your hop up, you're going to get around the 390 to 400 area is what I was chronoing at the field the other day. So feet per second, it's great. Take this out in the field, you'll be able to hit your targets at a fairly good range, and they're also going to feel it with this gun. Now moving on to rate of fire, rounds per minute with the MOSFET setting in the middle, we're seeing around 650 to 670 rounds per minute, which that's respectable. It's decent. The highest setting again is probably going to be around the 700, 720 rounds per minute area, and the lowest around 500. Some of you might be wondering why you'd want 500. That's a little bit better for realism. I believe the real M60 shoots 500 and 600 rounds per minute. But more so with Airsoft, our guns to be blasting a high rate of fire, keeping everybody down. So some of you might not be too happy with the rate of fire this gun is popping out at around 11 rounds a second. But truthfully, it is actually a lot more intimidating when it's shooting at you. You might think those numbers are low, but I was playing with this thing, and you can hold down the trigger and hold people down when you're spitting out 11 rounds a second. So rate of fire is decent. If you wanted to up it, I'd say get a new battery, put a new motor in the gun, get it up to maybe 1,000 rounds per minute, and you'd have a pretty awesome gun here that people would be afraid of, as if you already don't, because shooting 410 FPS at 700 rounds per minute, this would be a gun I'd be scared of just looking at it. So with that being said, guys, this has been Deathcore Airsoft's chronograph of the A&K M60VN. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.